Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at fighting games. Fighting games used to be a big thing, but now we see less and less of them. Now I managed to find 3 good ones today. First up we have Sifu. This is a single player kung fu revenge story. You'll be taking revenge against 5 assassins who killed your family. Then we've got Project Kato, set in a dystopian cyberpunk future where mankind has been turned into servants to their robotic overlords. And you're going to be playing a sort of ninja-like robot. Up third, we've got Die by the Blade. This is another Kickstarter game. It was due for release shortly, but it's just been delayed. This is a one-on-one fighting game, where a single hit can kill and win the day. Plus, we have one bonus game. This one's not going to be a fighting game, it's something different. Before we get into it, smash that like button as it really helps. Right, let's do this. So, first up today, we have Sifu. This is a single-player only game. The developers, Absolver, are looking to make a Jackie Chan-style fantasy movie, with one man fighting against everyone. Like in Jackie Chan films, you need to make the use of your environment while fighting, moving and throwing whatever items are in sight, any that can be used as a weapon you'll need to use to succeed. You can make use of pipes and bottles to defeat your enemies. Position is going to be important, as you're going to be able to use the things around you to help you defeat your enemies. Imagine kicking people down a flight of stairs, or throwing them over a balcony. Driven by vengeance, you're seeking revenge against 5 assassins who killed your family. Each assassin is going to be an in-game boss, and you're going to need to defeat all the goons that stand in your way. Now there's a weird way of dealing with defeat in this game, and at the moment I'm not sure how it's going to work. But if you die in the game, you spawn again, but you spawn again older. That's not to say you spawn back as a decrepit old man. The developers say that with every defeat, you become an old master, so with each death you can unlock new abilities as you learn more about the ways of Kung Fu. The aim of the game here is to become a master, but the game is not going to hold your hand, you've got to learn this one on your own. Otherwise, as the developer says, if the game wasn't challenging enough, you wouldn't have the feeling of becoming a master. I like the look of this one, just smashing the hell out of everyone in your way could be fun. Now there's no definite release date yet, but it's going to be coming this year at some point for the PS5. Up next we have Project Kato. This is a single player action role-playing game. You'll be playing as Kato, a ninja robot that was designed as a warrior by machines that have enslaved humanity. The story has you set out on a journey to discover what's left of humanity, while learning how to use your new abilities. In creating you, the developer states that machines have created the worst enemy. Now there's nearly no information available about the game. They're promising fluid gameplay that's going to feature dynamic and immersive action in a large open world with an exciting story. There'll be an ability system with a skill tree, multiple different enemies and bosses. Other than that, we know nothing else. They started a Patreon page to help with funding of the game, but at the moment they only have 2 patrons giving €25. It looks quite good, but we'll have to see how it pans out, and hopefully more details will come out in the future about the game. Up third we have Die by the Blade. This is a one-on-one sword fighting game where you'll do battle with various different melee weapons. It's inspired by Bushido Blade, Way of the Samurai and Dark Souls. The game features a one-hit kill system, so a single mistake could end it for you. You'll need to concentrate on your defences to survive. This is another game that was funded by a Kickstarter. They successfully raised $25k during the campaign from over 500 backers. The game will feature both online play and the ability to play against the AI. They aim to have ranked and tournament play modes as well, and obviously the one-hit kill mechanic and the complex parrying and blocking system. There will be different fighting styles, but this will be dependent on which weapon you use. You'll be able to dismember your opponent with just one blow, but also remember that the same can happen to you as well, so you need to time your parries and blocks well. The game was meant to be released in June of this year, but a couple of days ago the devs put out a new video saying they're delaying the release. They'd meant to hire more developers, but with COVID they couldn't do that, and working remotely from home has slowed down development. They did reassure all the Kickstarter backers though that the game's still going ahead, and they're making good progress. Now they're aiming to release the game on PC, PlayStation, Xbox and Switch. Now for the bonus game, we've got American Theft 80s. This is coming from the makers of the Thief Simulator. Every building in the game can be broken into and robbed, but it'll depend on you having the right tools to do it. It's one thing breaking into a house, which can be done through an open window or maybe with a crowbar, but to break into a bank, that'll need a different set of tools. This is a game that got wishlisted myself. They're showing that you'll need to plan out your heist in advance. You can do surveillance of buildings to get an idea how you can get in, where guards or cameras might be. You're going to be able to steal anything you want from houses, but remember everything was bigger back in the 80s, so you'll be stealing old VHS players, TVs and games consoles, jewellery and cash, anything you can find, and you'll need to sell it all to some dodgy pawn shop owner. Now with all these bulky electronics, you're going to need to transport them in your car. You start off with an old car for taking this stuff to the pawn shop. You'll be able to buy other cars as well once you've got some cash on hand. They're showing some cool looking muscle cars as well to help you outrun the police, or maybe a van would be better for transporting all that stuff in one go. But they say that police will begin to look out for your cars, so if you were spotted in a car where houses are always getting robbed, it might be time to change vehicles. We've showcased a few tools you're going to be able to use. Hammers for the brute force option of dealing with simple doors, crowbars for prying open windows, lockpicks for the stealthy way in, bolt cutters and drills for dealing with bank safes. There are going to be jobs in the game, like missions. You'll need to do these to increase your reputation. Obviously you'll be stealing things as that's the aim of the game. You'll need to check out your targets well and how to get in, how are you going to get past that guard dog or camera. You may need to disguise yourself to get into a bank or a museum. I like the look of it so far and what they're planning, but we'll need to wait and see how far they go with it. But for now, if they can do everything that they're promising is going to be in the game, it could be good. Well, thanks for watching, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so for more great games.